Messenger, Math Facilitator for Gold Spring School.
Hi, I'm Tony Trongone. I'm the Math Facilitator for Mary Ethel Costello School, grades 4 to 6.
The role of a Math Facilitator is to help the teachers to make the program most effective for the students.
What you'll be seeing today is a breakdown of the Everyday Math program.
This instructional model blends writing and discussion, individual and group work, projects and investigations. Children explore, manipulate, and comprehend large numbers early in their school careers. Independent studies conclude that children begin school with more math knowledge and intuition than previously believed. Students acquire knowledge and skills and develop an understanding of math from their own experiences. The curriculum for each grade level went through extensive field testing and revision in a cross-section of actual classrooms. The Everyday Mathematics curriculum is developed with the belief that people rarely learn a new concept or skill the first time they experience it. Concepts are more fully understood only after repeated exposures. Each grade level builds on and extends concept understanding so that children approach each new challenge from a firmly established foundation.
Games are an integral part of the Everyday Math curriculum and provide frequent practice of basic computational skills. Games are a powerful alternative to repetitious drilling that often becomes tedious and non-productive for the student. The most important facet of the Everyday Math program is the learning spiral. Spiral learning is incorporated in the carefully planned organization of the curriculum. Concepts are introduced generally much earlier than in traditional programs in order to develop familiarity. During the course of several months, these ideas will be revisited and extended. The student's spiral of learning is said to develop through 3 stages: beginning, developing, and secure. The Everyday Math curriculum shares the same lesson structure, whether it be in kindergarten or in 6th grade. We call that structure the components of an Everyday Math lesson. The first section, Getting Started, is comprised of 2 components: mental math and reflexes, which would be similar to a warm-up activity, and the math message would be an objective with an activity linked to it. The second section, Teaching the Lesson, has 3 components. The first one would be math message follow-up, which would be a follow-up to the math message in the previous section. The teacher-directed activity, whole class discussion, is a component that deals with teacher dialogue and modeling of important math concepts. The third component in the Teaching the Lesson is student team learning. Students are guided by the teacher in partner or in small group activities to reinforce understanding using their journal books, or they could be playing games. The next section, Ongoing Learning and Practice, has 3 components: the math boxes, which are cumulative review practice pages, study links, which would relate to a homework activity, and the last one in Ongoing Learning and Practice would be reflection and review, which would be the lesson summary. And finally, the last section, what we would call special projects, because it would be extra to the Everyday Math lesson.
The term mental math and reflexes refers to exercises, usually oral, designed to strengthen students' number sense and to review and advance essential basic skills. Mental math and reflexes sessions are brief, lasting no more than 5 minutes. It has been determined through research that numerous short interactions are far more effective than fewer prolonged sessions. There are several kinds of mental math provided to the students each day. Some involve a choral drill. Many are basic skill practices with counts, operations, or measures. And some are problem-solving exercises. Many mental math and reflexes exercises require students to record their answers on slates. This method is quite an effective way of checking for student understanding. A math message is provided at the beginning of each lesson. The math message usually leads into the lesson for the day. Sometimes it reviews topics previously covered. Follow-ups to the math message often occur during the lesson itself. Students should complete the math message before the start of each lesson. The math message is displayed in a number of ways. It is written on the board, the class data pad, overhead transparencies, posted on the bulletin board. In some classrooms, students keep a daily math journal where they enter math message questions and answers. In other classrooms, students record their answers on quarter or half sheets, which teachers collect from time to time. Teacher facilitates dialogue and modeling of important math concepts and skills. Teacher-led whole class discussions and/or whole class activities are generally 10 to 20 minutes of each lesson.
Another part of the components of an everyday math lesson is student team learning. A part of that is cooperative learning. Cooperative learning improves attitudes towards learning and academic achievement, improves social skills and time on task, and helps develop speaking. In a typical everyday math class, students will be working together much of the time. Students realize the importance of partnerships and the positive results of working in a collaborative manner. The second part of student team learning that you will see in this model are games, which was mentioned earlier. Many parents and educators make a sharp distinction between work and play. They tend to allow play only during prescribed times. However, students naturally carry their playfulness into all of their activities. This is why everyday math sees games as enjoyable ways to practice number skills, especially those that help students develop fact power. Games can be played frequently without the same mathematical problems repeating because the numbers in most games are generated randomly. The game format eliminates the boredom typical of most drills. Games are an integral part of the everyday mathematics program, rather than an optional extra as they are traditionally used in many classrooms. Math boxes. Math boxes are an excellent way to review material on a regular basis. In everyday math, math boxes are one of the main components of review and skills maintenance. Once this routine has been introduced, almost every lesson includes a math boxes page in the math journal as part of the ongoing learning and practice section. Math boxes problems are not intended to reinforce the content of the lesson in which they appear. Rather, they provide continuous distributed practice of all skills and concepts in the program. Math boxes pages come in pairs or sometimes sets of 3. The problems in each set are the same except for the numbers. The first math boxes page in each set includes pointers to relevant pages in the student reference book. The first problem on math boxes pages involves a prerequisite skill or concept for an upcoming unit. Math boxes are designed as independent activities. They also provide useful assessment information on review skills. Study links and its idiosyncrasies. Study links are the everyday mathematics version of homework assignments. Each lesson has a study link. The next lesson has a follow-up to the previous study link. Study links consist of active projects, extensions of lessons, and ongoing review problems. They show parents and guardians what the students are doing in mathematics. The study link for the last lesson in each unit is a family letter outlining the next unit. You will notice that the everyday math program uses different approaches, or what everyday math calls alternative algorithms, to solve addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division problems. If you have any questions regarding the alternative algorithms, please contact Mr. Trengone or Ms. Blessinger. A supplemental component that the Gloucester City School District has added to the everyday math program is the use of the smart board and the smart room in the mathematics classroom. Infusing this type of technology into an everyday math lesson provides a broader range of instruction to better reach the various learning modalities of our students. Here you see a 5th grade class learning the relationships between perimeter to area. As you can see, incorporating a visual prompt helps our teacher increase the level of student understanding.
Thank you very much for watching the video. We hope that you have now have a better understanding of the math curriculum that is used in the Gloucester City School District.
For any questions, especially communication between the Gloucester City School District and the families in Gloucester City, you can reach us at our website or call us directly by phone.